My analyst caught it.
Yeah, then get him in here.
Hello, I'm Taylor. My pronouns are they, theirs, and them.
Okay. You have 2 minutes.
This is how we get introduced to Taylor Mason, the character played by actor Asia K. Dillon on the 2016 TV show Billions. Just like their on-screen character Taylor, Asia self-identifies as gender non-binary. This role was groundbreaking in more ways than one. It was the first time we saw an openly gender non-binary lead character on mainstream US television. And perhaps much more importantly, it shows us how language plays a very significant role in promoting gender inclusion and eliminating gender bias. And it all starts with the humble pronoun they. Unlike a few other languages, English lacks a gender-neutral singular pronoun. But what it does have is the pronoun they and its derivative forms their and them. For more than 6 centuries, they was being used to refer to a person whose gender was unknown or irrelevant to the context. For example, somebody left their car key at the reception. Could you please let them know where they can get it? A person should enjoy their vacation. However, in the last decade or so, it has been increasingly used as a pronoun to refer to a known person whose gender is non-binary, or to someone who consciously rejects the traditional gendered pronouns he or she. That is a good thing. I'm sure we've all used mankind to refer to all of humanity, and it wasn't long ago when authors would routinely use he to refer to both genders. Despite being used unconsciously, such language perpetuates gender bias and stereotypes. So when a word gains universal acceptance as a gender-neutral pronoun, it is a good thing. To put into perspective the kind of impact this use of they has in our world, let's turn to the American Dialect Society. For those who don't know, the society was founded in 1889. Yes, 1889, and is dedicated to the study of English in North America. Among other things, it started the Word of the Year ritual in 1990. And over the years, these words have come to be a reflection of the times we're in. The 2007 Word of the Year was subprime. 2 years later, it was tweet. In 2011, it was occupy. Singular they was first chosen as the Word of the Year in 2015. In 2019, the Merriam-Webster Dictionary followed suit and awarded the Word of the Year title to they.
Our word of the year for 2019 is they. The shifting use of they has been the subject of increasing study and commentary in recent years, and especially in the past year.
In 2020, Black Lives Matter, #MeToo, climate were among the shortlisted words for the Word of the Decade title by ADS. The winner was singular they. That's saying something. And the last word which won the title back in 2010 was Google when used as a verb. They is not the first attempt to have a standard gender-neutral pronoun for the English language. There have been multiple instances of people inventing words or using existing words as gender-neutral pronouns. These efforts were successful to varying degrees, but none ever came close to being universally accepted. They can probably change that. According to Professor Dennis Barron in his book Grammar and Gender in the 14th century, Middle English was used as a gender-neutral pronoun. Oxford English Dictionary too confirms the use of for he, she, it, they, and even I. This was in turn derived from the Old English masculine pronoun he and the feminine pronoun hio. While he was retained in its form in modern English today, hio was morphed into the present day she. In the late 18th century, the use of one was suggested for he, she. Many people agreed back then, and some even agree today. But there were many more who didn't, and hence it was never picked up on a large scale. In 1884, the word thorn, a contraction of that one, was proposed. And it was till then the most successful in terms of mainstream acceptance of all the words created for the purpose. It was even picked up by many dictionaries at the time, including an earlier version of Webster's International Dictionary. And it still enjoys some support across the English-speaking world. There was even a case of some newspapers in 19th century Colorado challenging their lawmakers to come up with a gender-neutral pronoun. Apart from these, there have been multiple other attempts to create gender-neutral pronouns. For example, simply using the alphabet E, or any of these other words you see on the screen. Such efforts have been carried out in other languages as well. In 2012, Sweden formally adopted a gender-neutral pronoun, hen, and since then it has become a part of everyday usage. And psychologists across the world agree that it is changing the way people think about gender. In 2014, Germany's Federal Justice Ministry mandated that state institutions should use gender-neutral language. And more recently, the city of Hanover followed suit and became the first German city to mandate that all official communication use gender-neutral nouns. Going forward, the use of gender-neutral pronouns will only gain more acceptance as more people realize the role it can play in reducing gender bias. One healthy trend that is picking up is asking people what their preferred pronouns are. In fact, ADS recognized My Pronouns as the word of the year in 2019 for its use as an introduction for sharing one's set of personal pronouns. And that is a good thing. Please consider subscribing and sharing. Thank you.